EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down, here's Burrow. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 20! And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 66 yards.
First and goal at the 9.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
Let's go. 55 more, guys, 55. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll give it to Mixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Number 28.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Anthony Frisker, the intended target.
And that'll bring up second down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Back to the air, Herbert on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Intended for
but instead, third down.
Incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
It's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
At the 45-yard line.
Let's go one more. Undercrush.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Nothing.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
1 yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's going to sling this deep downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 44 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the 1st half. They've got to turn things around quickly. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. And Brooks has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Burrow now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And caught right side, Green. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. On the screen, this is Cannon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone. Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Bengals 7. Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Joe Reed returning. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
at their own 34-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
He's coming. We got double up. Pick that.
Now it's Burrow. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From midfield now, Burrow flushed out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
4 yards.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Big gap.
Now Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Mixon, the ball
A
carrier.
1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, we might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, Burrow gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Eckler. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Mixon with a first down carry. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, here's Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down now, Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Check it back, check it back. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown.
That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
56
Here's Herbert now on second down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the... Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Check. Check 31. Check 31.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
49 the mark. 49 the mark. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
49. All day, baby, all day. Check 24. Check 24.
First down, here's Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Second and 10.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, check right. Check 18 ready. 18 ready.
To the air again, Burrow. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Drew Sample, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
49 the mark. 49 the mark.
Again, it's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
57's the mark. Watch 57. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Prater set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
57. Mike, 57.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A gain of 26.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down.
57's Mike. Mike, 57.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Herbert being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete.
Now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
49, guys. Mike.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Brandon Cooks, 54 yards, and the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the